the UAE. So, like students, I'm Dr. Komal Besla. I'm from India. So I'm going to take your physics classes from today. Okay. So like, let's start this from a very beginning. Okay. So the very first chapter of yours, that is unit and measurements. Okay. So when I'm saying the word that is unit and measurement, just give me a second. I need to open the first textbook. Okay. When I'm saying the word students, measurement, right? Not like quickly jump into the the motion part. Okay. First, the unit or the measurement chapter. First, tell me what measurement means for you.
It's to know the length, the height, and the width of something.
Okay, so you are saying that it's length, height, and what else you are saying?
WITDH. Wait, what?
Wait, you are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
The other one.
it's height. You are asking about this one? It's height.
No, I think it's called WIDTH.
Can you annotate on my screen so that I can aware about like what, like for which quantity you are talking about?
I'll send it in the chat box.
Okay, fine. Then it's fine. Okay, so let's start, students, with the very first chapter, that is units. Okay, so for that, like, just a second, I need to check my chat box here. So you are saying it's width. Okay, so it's like more or less similar to what your that we can say that your length, right? So measurement something is that which quantifies something, like any particular physical quantity, right? If you are taking milk, if you are taking food or a fruit or a vegetable, you just need to quantify, like I need 1 kilogram of apples, or I need 2 liters of milk, right? That quantifying something or measuring something, that kind. Said, can you turn on your camera? You need to keep turning on your camera while we during the class, okay, so that the class would be interactive one. Okay, so that kind of quantities are known as measurement when we are quantifying our physical quantities. Okay, is this thing clear, students? Hi, Zian. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm also good. Thank you for asking. So I'm your physics tutor, Dr. Komal Besla. Okay. So in today's class, we are going to study about a very first chapter, that is unit and measurement, right? Which is like a basic of what your physics in 9th and 10th grade both. Okay, so this is a very important chapter. So first we are going to start from this very basic one. Okay, so like according to you, Zayan, I want to like know from you that what the term measurement means. Can you turn on your camera so that we can interact?
I have to use an external camera. I have to get a new one because my PC camera is
That
already.
okay, then it's fine. Then it's fine. It's okay. Okay, can you define measurement then? What does
Measurement.
this term? Yeah.
Example, you wanna check
Mm-hmm.
check check like quantity of something. We use
Exactly.
measuring unit.
Yeah. So basically, we are quantifying something and providing them some numeric value, right? We are providing them a numeric value and a unit, right? And only like after forming this thing, a numeric value and a unit, that particular quantity will become your physical quantity. Okay. So the in the very first example, they are measuring the mass here, right? Like when we need to take the fruit from the seller, or we need to take what the vegetables from the vendor. So we are measuring their masses, right? Because they are solid, right? When we need to take the milk or some liquidy kind of thing, we just need to have soft drinks and all, so we need to measure their volumes in that situation. Okay. When we just need to use length, we need to use measure length, or like something, so we are using these kind of measuring tape for that. And if we need to measure this temperature, so we just need to use thermometers. Okay. So what is the necessity, or why we require in the physics, like to measure these physical quantities, is to understand. The very first point is to understand any phenomena in the physics, we need to perform certain experiments, right? Because there are some failures or also, or some successes are also there, right? So we just need to generalize, or whatever be the mean average outcomes will come on the basis of that hypothetical concepts. We just like form what we are coming into some conclusions, right? So we just need to require we need to perform many experiments, right? Like for experiment required to measure, we measure several physical quantities, like mass we can measure, length we can measure, time we can measure, temperature, pressure, etc. These are the several physical quantities that we can measure. Okay. So we just need to cross check each and everything with their standard values, right? Like suppose I'm using here, all of you is, suppose you are in UAE, not UAE, you are from US, right?
UAE.
UAE, you are from UAE, and Saeed and Afna is from
UAE.
UAE. Said, are you from? You are
UAE.
also. Okay, so all of you are from UAE. So, like basically, if I'm using meters here for measuring the length, right? So all of you also using in UAE itself meters also to you to measure the length here, right? So these kind of physical quantity should be internationally accepted all over the globe, right? So to measure something and providing them a numeric value and a unit to making a physical quantities that is internationally accepted, right? So those are your physical quantity. So physical property that can be measured, described by the numbers, are called physical quantities. Suppose you are measuring mass, so you are saying I'm 65 kgs in weight or mass, right? The length would be 3 meters, the area would be, like suppose they are saying 100 meters square, the temperature is 300 Kelvin. Here this 65 Kelvin is numeric value, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this kg or meters is the unit, right? Similarly in this case also, this is the numeric value. Okay, and this meters is your what? Just a second, my pen got stuck. So this meters is your what? Unit here, right? Similarly, in this case also, this 100 is the numeric value. This meter square is what? Unit. In this one, for the temperature that they are using, 300 is the numeric value and K is the Kelvin, right? Now, question for all of you. I'm using two words here, like mass and weight, right? Sometimes we are saying that my weight is this much, right? And sometimes we are saying that my mass is this much, right? So what is the basic difference between mass and weight, students? Can you tell? Can anyone tell? What is the basic difference between mass and weight? Any one of you?
Mass is actually like
Mm-hmm.
it's the person's the measurement of the person, but weight the it's with the gravitational force.
Exactly. Very good, Jan. So, like, it's whatever be the composition of any particular object is when you are measuring it. So that is the mass of that particular thing or a person, right? When you are considering this mass with the g, acceleration due to gravity, okay, sorry. So that will be your weight in that context, right? Suppose, Zayan, if you are giving me this definition here, right? Suppose a person is having the weight is 65 kgs in on earth. Okay, I'm giving you
Yeah.
situation to all of you. Saeed and Dafna, you also need to give me the answers. Okay, so the mass of a person is 65 kgs on the earth. This is the mass here. Okay,
Yeah.
and suppose 68 kgs is the weight on the earth's surface itself, right? If the same person just do one thing. Okay, let me erase this whole scenario from here, then I'll provide you the situation first. Suppose a person has the mass 65 kgs on the earth's surface. When the same person goes on the surface of moon, where acceleration due to gravity is lesser than that of earth, right? So, like how the weight and the mass of the body will get affected when the person goes on moon surface. Can anyone tell me?
The weight of the person will be lower
Mm-hmm.
compared because the gravitational acceleration is lower compared to it.
So you are saying weight will get reduced, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. And what about mass, students?
It will be the same.
it will
Yeah,
be the
it
same.
exactly, very good. It will remains same because there is no effect of acceleration due to gravity or gravitational force. That's why your mass will remain same, but due to the acceleration due to gravity lesser on the moon surface than that of the earth surface, right? So your weight will get reduces, right? Now coming on to the fundamental quantity, students, there are certain fundamental quantities, right, which is does not depends on any other quantity. First, you let's have the definition first. The physical quantities which do not have any other physical quantity, which does not do not depends upon any other physical quantities for the measurements are known as fundamental quantities. For example, your mass, time, length, and temperature, right? If you need to measure mass, so you just simply needs to measure mass only, right? If you need to measure time only, so you just simply needs to measure the time, right? Same for the second case, like for the length and for the temperature as well, right? So you just simply needs to measure these quantity will not depends upon any other. Now coming on to the derived ones, what happened with the derived ones, like uh, they are depends upon the fundamental one, this one, right? So like for example, in the derived quantities, the physical quantities which depends on one or more fundamental quantities, like this is the mass, length, time, and temperature. Now question for all of you students, if I'm saying area, right, so what is the formula for calculating area, students? Like suppose I'm taking square only.
Width times height times width.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
L
height
into
times.
B, yeah, L into B, length into breadth, we can say that, or side
Yeah.
into side, we can say that, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a square. If it is a rectangle, so maybe length into breadth, we can say that, right? So it's or we can say that side into side, right? So like how we will measure this length and breadth, it will be measured in meter and meter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so these this will become meter square, right? So this derived quantity is depends upon this fundamental ones, right? So that's why we call them as the derived ones. Can you tell me the formula for speed? What is the formula for
Time.
speed, student?
S- we don't
How?
know
Hmm?
distance into time.
Into time or divide by time?
Over
Yeah.
time. So distance over time.
Yeah. So it will be distance divided by time, right? So we can measure this distance again in meters and time in seconds, right? So this quantity, that is meter per second, so it will again what depends upon your previous quantity that we are using, the fundamental one, right? So that's why we can say that. Can you Saeed, tell me for the force here, how we can say that this is a derived quantity?
Force, and
Mm-hmm.
we can use
Like how we can say that this is an what a derived quantity, and how it is derived one, like how it is correlated to the fundamental ones. Can you tell please?
Well,
Just a second, Zan. Let him attempt first, then you will tell me, okay? Afnan, are you there? Are you listening what we are doing in the class?
Yes.
If you have any kind of query, but please let me know, okay? Yes, Said. Are you able to do that? Okay, Zan, then you can tell me.
it uses like other fundamental quantities like mass and length.
Yeah, so basically what the formula for force is, that is mass into acceleration, right?
Yeah, mass times
So
acceleration.
from the Ohm's law, we can say that it's mass into acceleration, right? If I need to define acceleration, it's basically the change in velocity or change in speed, right? Change in velocity, we can say
Not
that
but
velocity per unit time, right? And the velocity will again your what your distance over time or displacement over time, right? So these things, this mass again depends upon this mass here, and this distance again depends upon the length, and this time itself is depends upon the time here. Got it, Said? Like how we are saying that this is an derived quantity which is like correlated to your fundamental ones, right? Right, Afnan?
Yes.
Yeah, Afnan, can you tell me for the volume here, like how it is a derived one? Yes, Afnan. Afnan, can you tell me like how we are saying that this volume is a derived quantity? Yeah, Said, you can tell.
a volume.
Yes, for the volume.
We can measure it with
Mm-hmm.
measuring with the instrument or the unit.
You just need to tell me how we are saying that this is derived, and because as the definition said that it depends upon the fundamental quantity, right? So as we discuss these cases here, right, like how they are depending upon the fundamental ones, so you need to tell me how this volume quantities also depends upon the this previous, what we can say, that fundamental quantities.
It's mass with
No. Jan, can you tell me?
For what?
What? For
for the
volume. For volume, I'm asking.
The formula?
Yeah, no. How it is depends upon the fundamental one. From the
Because
formula, you can. Mm-hmm.
it uses measurements like height, width, and length.
Mm-hmm. So, like the formula would be.
Volume equals height times Width,
Length,
time.
it's length, breadth, height, right? So all of
Yeah.
this we can say it as meters is the unit, right? So it's basically your meters cube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it is in this way only, it is like what depends upon your fundamental one. Now coming on to the units for measurements, right? So there are so many standards here, right, in which we can use our physical quantity, students, right? Like for the length, you can use meters, foot, and inches as well, right? Now question comes like in a particular situation, you just need to use any one of it, right? If they are provided, if they are saying that you need to use, you need to provide me the answer, if you need to provide me the answer for what, for in the meters only, for the length you just need to provide me your answer in meters, right? Only then you just need to measure your answer in the meters only, otherwise you can take it as foot or inches, whatever be the quantities are given, right? So for the mass we can use kilogram, and for the pound as well. For the time it's second, meters, and hour, and for the temperature it's Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So for the each and every physical quantity there are number of measuring units are there, right? So as we can see, for the length itself it has 3 units, like meter, foot, and inches. Right, now coming on to the question, like what is the specification or character should be there, characteristics should be there which is associated with these units, right? So these should be well defined, right? Every unit, like if it is a meter, or the like 1 meter should be is this much, so this should be well defined and suitable in size, right? We can reproduce it. If you just need to reproduce it from foot to meter, so it should be reproducible, right? Invariable, right? It can't be very indestructible, you can't destruct this one. Or it should be internationally accepted, as I told you earlier as well. If I'm using some unit here in India and you are using some, you for the meter you are using similar thing, similar unit in UAE as well, right? So this should be internationally accepted. Now a very important thing which is related to your what, the system of units, right? The system of units we can use many, right? So the first one is your CGS. Okay, so it's first introduced in France, right? So the full form of this CGS is centimeters, grams, and second, right? So when question comes that you need to convert particular quantity in CGS system. CGS system means if length is in meters, so you need to convert that into centimeters, right? If mass is in what, gram or kilogram, you just need to convert it into kilogram only. If time is in millisecond or microsecond, you just simply needs to convert it into seconds only, right, students? Are you like able to understand what CGS system is?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Zan, what about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, coming on to the next system of unit, that is MKS. Can anyone tell me what this MKS stands for?
Meter, kilogram per sec, meter, kilogram, and second.
Yeah, exactly. It's M stands for meters, K stands for kilogram, and S stands for seconds here, right? It is also like first introduced in France, right? So France system of units are there. So in which you this length is what? Length should be measured in meters, whereas mass should be measured in kilograms, whereas time should be measured in seconds here. Hi, good afternoon, Tariq. How are you? Yeah. Now the next thing is that is FPS system, right? FPS system, as the name suggests, like it's like first introduced in Britain only, right? So the name suggests that F stands for foot, P stands for pound, and S stands for second, right? So these are the several system of units. If like question comes in your examination for the unit conversion only, like you just need to convert these particular quantities in FPS system or MKS system or CGS system. So you just simply needs to convert those things, right? Now coming on to a very important system of unit, that the system of unit we usually used, right? That is SI system. We like, and it's what? Its full form is international systems, right? Not system international, it's international systems. Okay. So it's like in 1971, this is like some basic history is there. Right, so General Conference on Weight and Measures held in meeting and decided system of unit for international usage. That is SI system of unit, right? So it has some 7 fundamental system of units here. So the 7 system fundamental system which comes under this SI system. What is the full form of SI, students?
International uh, system.
Exactly. Right, so it has like 7 fundamental units of quantities. We can say that like first one is length, right? It should be measured in meters. And the very particular about the symbols that we need to use, that is small m. Okay. Second one is mass, the symbol, and the unit that we need to use is kilograms, and the symbol is kg here, right? The next one is time. This is second. This is S here, smallest. Okay. Similarly, the temperature, Kelvin, and K is the symbol that we need to use. Next one is electric current that can be used, or sorry, can be defined by the unit amperes, and the symbol that we need to use is capital A. Whereas question coming on to the luminous intensity, its unit is candela, and the symbol that we need to use is CT. Okay. And for the amount of substance, it's mole, and the symbol would be MOL, mole, right? Can anyone tell me like what luminous intensity is? Like with which physical phenomena it's like what associated with?
With light.
Exactly. It is related to with the light, right? Now coming on to 2 supplementary units. First one is radian, or second one is steradian. Okay. So the radian is what? It is used to measure the plane angle, right? This is your theta. When you are having a figure kind of thing, right? Theta, that is equals to 1 radians. And steradian, which when you are having a solid figure with you and you just need to figure out the angle, then that is your what? So solid angle, right? Now coming back to your textbook again, students. Okay, let's like cross check with cross check everything with your textbook as well, right? So is your textbook visible, students?
Oh, ma'am, is this
Yep.
Edexcel?
Yeah, it's Excel
Oh,
only.
ma'am, I'm
Like,
supposed to be in Cambridge, that's why.
no.
IGCSE.
Look at here. Can you able to see the screen here? Like I'm opening the Excel book only. That's why
No,
I'm
ma'am,
asking.
no, because I was doing Cambridge IGCSE.
Okay, so you are doing Cambridge, and what about others?
I'm doing Edexam.
Sayed and Tariq, what about you?
Cambridge too.
Okay, so then in that particular case, I need to like mix and match. I need to tell like I also have like what happened this in this situation here, no students. You are using this what I can say, this book, no, Zian, for the Cambridge, this one, David Sang,
Yeah, this one,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I also referring all the books because physics is same for all, right? So this is the book, I guess the students are from IGCSE is following. So I'm covering the topics from both the books, right? Don't worry about that, like I'm from IGCSE or I'm from Edexcel. Okay, so the things are same from the unit and measurement chapter is same. So we will be covering both the books. Okay, don't worry. Okay, if there is some difference in the syllabus, so I'll take the another class. Okay, so don't worry about that. So like in this one also, as they are saying that the measuring quantities, the length and the unit, the symbols are there, right? So can anyone like, what is the purpose of this one? Can anyone name the three base quantities, students? All of you.
Kilograms,
Okay.
seconds, and meters.
Me.
Sayed, can you tell? Afnan,
I was about to
Tariq.
tell it, but he told already.
Okay, okay. So you are also about to tell the same name, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So which is like it is in why it is important that the base unit are defined in terms of physical properties that can be reproduced at any place at any time. Why it is important?
Like, what do you mean, Mom? I don't get the question.
The question is already in front of you, I guess. You are able to see my screen, student?
No, yeah, I don't understand the question.
Okay. So like basically they are asking about the importance of the base units. Why we just need to use these base units, because these are the fundamental building blocks of the measurement. That's why that is like important to use those base units here, right? So like they are providing you a list here in the third question, students, right? So which units are base and which are derived one. Can you try tell me like out of these list they are provided here? Everyone needs to interact during the class, students, please, it's a humble request.
Newton is a base unit.
Newton is a base unit.
No.
Meter,
Kilo-
second,
kilogram,
and kilogram
kilogram,
are base units.
meter, second, kilogram is base unit.
Okay.
Newton, second, Newton,
Mm-hmm.
Newton and second is derived unit.
Newton and meter per second is the derived one, right?
yeah.
Not the second, it's meter per second. Very good, both of you. So every students need to interact during the class, okay? If you have any kind of query, I'm here to clear all the doubts here, okay? Now, they are using the word movement and position here, right? Like if somebody is moving or something is in moving position, can anyone tell how will you say that a body is moving? Any one of you?
Someone is changing places.
Yeah, someone is changing position or places, you can say, like, how can you say that? You require a reference for that, no? Yes or
Velocity.
no?
Is it
Yeah,
velocity?
that is the thing like that comes on later on, right? I'm only just saying that how can you figure out like that particular body is position is moving, like Tariq, I guess Tariq is saying that the that distance is traveled from one place to another place, right? So like suppose like I'm giving you a situation here, right? A person is standing here at a point, right? And this is the B point here, and there is an observer, right? So who is observing a car coming from this point to this point, right, in 10 minutes, right? So that with the passage of time, when some distance is traveled by a body, only then we can say that some motion is occurred there, right? If all of you are standing on sitting on your chair at your home from past 30 minutes, right, and time is keep on passing and passing, but you, all of you are sitting on the same chair. In that situation, you can't say that you are in a motion position. You already you need to always say that your body is in rest position, right? So with respect to the time, the position needs to be changed. Okay, students?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so someone from all of you says the term velocity, right? Like I just gave all the counter questions for all of you, right? Like the motion concept is clear, right?
Yeah.
So after that, like what distance is, what displacement is, and what is the basic difference between distance and displacement?
Now, distance is something when an object is moving from one
Mm-hmm.
place to another due to velocity, and
Due to will. Mm-hmm.
no, is that displacement?
Yeah.
Means when something wasn't there like a second ago and it's there now.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Um, Distance is
Yeah.
like how much an object moves, no matter the direction. It's always positive.
Okay. What about displacement?
Uh, it's like
Let's first come on to the basics only. Okay. So the term that I'm asking is distance and displacement. What I feel like everyone is getting confused in this concept here. Right. So what distance is and what displacement is. And
Does it
everyone
have,
is yeah. Tell
does it have to
me.
do something with like scalar and vector quantities?
That is also the rule, but if I gave you a counter question for that also, like what scalar is, what vector is, then what is that? What is
Well,
scalar quantity is?
scalar has
Mm-hmm.
a magnitude and the
Mm-hmm.
direction.
No, you are mixing two things together. Okay, let
Oh,
me explain. Okay, it's fine. So let me explain this. Like a person is starting from here. Okay, suppose the person is standing here, right? And this is like suppose the ending position, right? And he starts from here and then goes to his friend's house, then something else he is doing, and then he travels this 10 kilometers of distance, right? Now there is an another short way to travel the same distance, that is this one. He just simply needs to go, right? Suppose he travels like 5 kilometers, right? So whatever be the shortest distance traveled by a body, okay, that is your displacement. Okay, so the green line distance that I'm showing here in the diagram, that is your displacement, right? I'm coming on to your part also, Zian, like about scalar and vector one. Okay, before that, I just need to explain this one. So the distance would be the actual path, okay? The actual path covered by a body.
okay, so
Get
distance is the vector quantity because it has magnitude and direction, and displacement is scalar quantity that has only magnitude.
Basically, what you are saying is absolutely correct, but you are confused. Distance is basically the scalar quantity, and this displacement is the vector one, right? What you are saying is that is absolutely correct in point of view with the definition of scalar and vector, but distance is your scalar quantity because it has magnitude only, not the direction, right? But when we are saying,
Distance is scalar. Yeah, distance is scalar and displacement is vector.
yeah, so displacement is the vector one, which is having your what distance as sorry, the magnitude as well as direction. Now, question for all of you, like a body starts from this point 8 here, right? And this starts from here and at this particular point only A. Right, the total distance covered by the body is 10 kilometers. Okay, now, can you tell me what is the value of distance other than Zayan first, and what is displacement? I want to hear answer from all of you.
Miss, your question is not clear.
I'm asking that if a body is starts his journey from this A point, right? And it travels a circular path only, right? Circular path which is of about 10 kilometers. He starts from here and end from here also, right? Like you can take the example, like you are coming from your home, like you starts your journey from your home to your school and then coming back to home, right? Getting my point? So that is
Yeah,
that kind of situation is there. The body starts from here and then after traveling 10 kilometers of distance, like the journey will ends at a point only, right? So
yeah.
in that situation, what will be the value of displacement? What will be the value of distance there?
Miss, will the distance be 10 kilometers?
Okay. And what about displacement? Yes, students, what is the value of, yeah, Zan, you can tell me now. What is the value of displacement if you know?
Um, meter, like for example, it's in the like it will also be with the direction. So it will be 10 kilometers like east or north or south.
No.
No?
Mhm.
How it's in around, yeah.
Any one of you? The displacement in this situation is 0 kilometers. How zero? Because its initial point and final point is same, right? And from the definition, we know that it is the shortest distance traveled by a body, right? So when a body starts from a particular point and ends at a particular point from the same point, sorry, we can say that. So in that situation, your displacement is zero, right? But the distance is 10 kilometers, which is your actual distance traveled by a body here. Getting my point, Zian?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like the same situation that I gave you, like you are coming, traveling from your home to your school and then coming back to home. So the distance is traveled by the body, but in that situation, we can say displacement is zero, right? Now coming on to the
I don't
quantity
understand.
that's okay, like whatever be the they are saying that for the displacement, the definition of the displacement says that it is the shortest distance traveled by a body. Shortest distance traveled by a body. Okay, so shortest distance means some distance needs to be traveled, right? If you are taking, like if you are coming from this home to your school, suppose school is at this point here, right? And travels this distance of like 10 kilometers, and after attaining that particular path only, you are coming back to your home, right? If your initial point and final point, if both the points are same, okay, from your journey starting and ending. In that case, we are saying that displacement will be
Zero.
0.
Zero. Yeah.
Okay, and the total distance, suppose 10 kilometer from home to your your school,
School.
and after from
20.
school to home again 10 kilometers, so the
Mm.
total distance would be 20 kilometers, right? But displacement will be 0 because the starting and the ending point is what? Same. Now is
Yeah.
this thing clear, Afnan?
Yes.
Okay. Now, coming on to your point, Zian, the thing that you are using, the terminologies that you are using, that is scalar and vector, right?
Yeah.
So, what is scalar quantity? What is vector quantity, students?
Scalar quantity has only a magnitude, while vector has both magnitude. No,
Mm-hmm.
scalar
Scalar, scalar has magnitude only.
and vector has both magnitude and direction.
It has magnitude and direction as well, right? So, like, suppose a person is traveling 10 kilometers, right? If I'm defining this one, right? So, this 10 kilometers means the distance traveled by a body is 10 kilometers, right? So, this is a scalar quantity, right, students? If I'm saying that it's traveling 10 kilometers towards north,
It's
okay,
vector.
so then it will become a vector quantity. Getting my point, students?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the like for the scalar quantity, if you need to define like this one, right? If you are defining speed, right? And for this one, if I am saying that velocity is a vector quantity, so I just need to put a arrowhead on the top of it. Okay, so whenever you see a such kind of quantities on like onto which on the top of it as arrowhead is there, so this signifies that this is an vector quantity, right? Now coming on to the next very last definitions for the today's class, that is speed and velocity, right? What speed is, what velocity is, what which one of these two is scalar quantity and which one is vector one, students?
Speed, velocity is vector.
Speed is vector. Velocity is.
No, 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 no. Velocity is vector. Speed,
Exactly. Speed is a scalar quantity.
velocity is vector.
Okay. Velocity is a vector quantity. Okay. Now define me this. What is speed? What is velocity, students?
Speed is
Speed is how fast
Mm-hmm.
something is moving, but no
Mm-hmm.
direction, and its
Mm-hmm.
total distance can be divided by time, and velocity is how fast something is moving in a specific direction.
Okay. And the formula would be?
Uh,
Velocity is
displacement in
displacement
time,
over time.
displacement over time.
Of
Exactly.
course,
Yeah, so all of you are saying what you are saying, all of you, that is absolutely correct. Speed is scalar quantity, velocity is vector one. So it's basically your distance over time here, right? So the distance traveled by a body, if distance is a scalar quantity itself, so your speed is also a scalar quantity because there is no concept of direction here. Whereas coming on to this velocity concept here, in this velocity, the formula would be your displacement over time. Over time here, right? So this is your vector quantity. Quickly, the very last thing that all of you need to tell me, the unit for both, the speed and the velocity.
speed is measured in meters per second.
Mm-hmm. And for the velocity?
of space in meters per second also,
Yeah,
right?
it will. Yeah, this will also meter per second because distance is also we measure in the meters, as well as displacement should also be used to be measured in the meters itself, right? So these two are having the same quantities, sorry, the same units. Okay, but the only difference is one is scalar quantity and one is vector one. That's why like the speed is depending upon the distance over time, whereas your velocity is depending upon the displacement over time, right, students?
Yes.
Yeah, up to
Yes.
this point, if anyone have any kind of query, please let me know.
No, I don't have any.
No.
Okay, what about others?
I got it now.
Nope, none.
Okay, okay. That's great. Okay. So I introduce myself to Syed, Afnan, and Zayan. Okay. I'll just want to interact with Tariq and the other students with us. Okay. So I'm Dr. Komal Besla. I'm doctorate in physics basically. So, okay. So I'll be taking your physics classes from today. Okay. So can all of you like introduce yourself one by one to me again by
Tariq, and I'm
turning on their camera only. Who can able to turn on there? Okay, not compulsory for all. Yeah, Tariq, you can start.
my camera is not working. I'll fix it tomorrow.
Then it's okay, but you can tell me about yourself first.
My name is Tariq. I'm 15,
Okay,
and yeah,
you are from where?
uh, Qatar.
Okay, 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 okay. So you are from which curriculum? Everyone. Hmm.
Excuse me.
You are following IGCSE Cambridge or Edexcel? You also need to tell me that one, that thing will also.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure,
Okay,
but
once you are
I
sure,
think I have the books for both.
okay, okay, okay. What about the other students?
Um,
It's
my name is
Yeah,
Cambridge.
okay,
sure. My name is Taqiya, and
okay.
I'm 16, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
studying for Cambridge,
Okay, so from where are you?
Qatar too.
Okay, okay. Then see you all then in the next class. Good to see you all. Okay, that's all for the today's class. Rest of the thing we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, do revise the thing, everyone. Okay, have a good day.
Bye, Sel.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Zion.
Bye
bye,
bye.
Bye,
bye,
everyone.
Bye.
bye.
I'm black.